LitFest, an event hosted by the Arkansas Tech University Department of English and World Languages for high school juniors and seniors, is coming up on Friday, April 18th on the Arkansas Tech University campus in Russellville. And we have the privilege today of discussing the inaugural LitFest with Eli Cranor from the English and World Languages faculty and also our writer in residence here at Arkansas Tech. Eli, thank you very much for being with us.
Hey, Sam. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. LitFest, like I say, this is the first time we've ever done something like this at Arkansas Tech. If you could tell us a little bit about the in-person portion of this event and what those high school seniors and juniors can expect.
Totally. Well, this is my second year at Tech, and where this whole thing came about was I was doing a whole bunch of, I'd go to high schools, I'd stand in the gym and talk to all 500 students at once. And then afterward, there'd be about 10, that would come up and be really interested. And so I started talking to Dr. Hoffman, our department head in the English department. I was like, is there a way where we can just get those 10, and really give them an experience here on campus? And so that's what LitFest is it's on April 18th. It'll last from 9 to 2. And the students will come, and we've got 8 different speakers lined up in the morning. They'll get to kind of choose the ones. Some go hear poetry from some of our own faculty. We've got authors coming in from different places. We've got our local bookseller, Dog Ear Books, will be here with a big kids book fair, so they will have some books, but also they'll be doing one of the talks about book selling, which is something, a job, a career path that you might not hear a lot about. So they'll do that. In the lunch break, they will be given lunch here, provided, everything is free. You get to come get a free lunch, get a free t-shirt, take a campus tour, and then in the afternoon, I will do a talk, and then we will award $1,000 worth of cash creative writing prizes. So not scholarships, nothing like that. This is cash in hand.
So one of the really cool things about LitFest is I know you mentioned the writing contest, and some of these high school seniors and juniors are going to have a chance to interact with you through that and also be able to go for, like you say, those cash prizes, and everybody likes cash.
Yeah. So we're calling it the Don't Know Tough, which is the name of my debut novel, and it's the Don't Know Tough writing contest. And the idea behind this is because I have spoken across the state for the last few years, a lot of students have read this book, and the ending of the book is anything but it doesn't close down a lot. It leaves a lot wide open. So the contest is just in 1,000 words or less, pick a character and then write what you think happens next. What do you think the next day looks like? And so we'll be selecting 3 winners, a grand prize, which will be $500 cash, and then 2 runners-up, 2 $250 prizes, which we will award that day. Again, not scholarship money. This is money those students can take home. And if you're out there in the world of literature, that's a lot of money, for a writing contest. So if you're a student, I really hope you'll lock in on this.
And a couple of resources before we move on to the next thing I just want to make sure everybody knows about. If you want to just learn more about LitFest or the writing contest, you can send an email to engl@atu.edu, or you can go to arkansastechnews.com, search for LitFest, and that will take you to an article that has all the details about both the LitFest and the writing contest that is paired up with it. Of course, the point of all this is trying to provide students who find their fit at Arkansas Tech an outlet to be able to express themselves through writing, a chance to be able to come here and study writing under you and our other faculty members in the category of English and World Languages. Just talk to us a little bit about the importance of maintaining and building a community of writers and how that can benefit not only Arkansas Tech, but the whole area.
Totally. So for me, I was a football player in college, studying. I was double majoring in English, literature, and political science with every intention in the world of going to law school. And then my junior year, I took an intro to creative writing class as a part of my English, major. And it completely reshaped my whole, everything that I wanted to do, and just really got me into the artistic side of it. And so that's what I really think the whole point of this day is for, and this would be just the start of that journey, I hope, for a lot of these students. As a kid growing up in Arkansas, I never knew someone who was making a career out of being a novelist. I never saw that as an occupation that I could have. So when I go and talk, or when I'm here with students, it's one of the things that I take the most pride in, is being able to say, like, this is something you can do. And you don't have to look a certain way or be, because I'm not your typical English major. I never was. I was the university's quarterback, and also hanging out in the English department. So I don't know. I think that's really important. And then like we said, we've got a great bookstore here in town, and some of our people are coming from other parts of the state as well. So really just trying to build a firm foundation, because there's a great history of literature in Arkansas. And that's kind of what this is about.
While we've got you here, I just want to ask this question. You've made yourself into a really established author on local, regional, national levels. I'm just curious, what is it that kind of gets you jazzed up, excited about getting in the classroom and paying that gift forward and being able to get our current Arkansas Tech students excited about the opportunities that exist as an author?
Well, I mentioned that Intro to Creative Writing course, and it was taught by this guy who, to this day, so I got my degree from Ouachita Baptist University, and I was a back row Methodist playing quarterback for the Baptist. And I'll tell you, man, this guy, his name is Johnny Wink. And so Johnny Wink still teaches. He's 80. He's in his 51st year at Ouachita. And it was just him. And the first dream was not necessarily to be a novelist. I just wanted to be him. I wanted to live the life that like a life of books, a life of literature. This guy has every Shakespearean sonnet committed to memory still. So there's 152 of them, all 14 lines apiece. And if you said recite sonnet 16 right now, he'd just go, line by line. And so when you ask, like, what is this job, like, what is the importance of this job to me? Well, it's the fulfillment of that original dream, which so like every day I'm here, I get to do my best Johnny Wink impersonation. I get to and again try to light people on fire, because I get asked some to come and speak about kids that aren't reading anymore, like in high school. Their own books aren't being read, or they stop reading, and then they want to, especially with boys, students, even in especially the younger grades, and they ask me what's the best way to get them to read. They want some secret, and I always tell them the number one way is to be so on fire for it, like so living a world of books, that they can just feel it. And then they just like I wanted to be Johnny Wink, they want. And I think the reason books are important is they're empathy machines, and the world could use, you get to walk a mile in someone else's head, not just watch them on a screen. You get to get inside their head. And so we could all use a little more empathy right now.
We have faculty members at Arkansas Tech University who are very passionate about their disciplines, and that includes our English and World Languages faculty, and it certainly includes this gentleman, Eli Cranor. Eli, thank you very much for the visit today. We look forward to a great LitFest on Friday, April 18th. Again, this is for all high schools, and juniors and seniors with an interest in writing, and we invite them to go to arkansastechnews.com, search for LitFest, read all about it, and if they have any questions, go to send an email to engl@atu.edu. Anything else you want to add?
Totally, yeah. It's completely wide open. It's completely free. There is a certain number that we'll have to cap it at. We haven't reached that number yet. But if you're interested, we have a registration link. Just email to that, and we will get you hooked up and get you ready to go for that day.
We'll see you for LitFest on Friday, April 18th.